Hello, this is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I'm so glad that you have joined me today for my Simple Sunday video. We've been going through the 12 Days of Crafting Advent calendar, and last week we pulled open door number 11, and that was, I have to get it out of its little package, a bottle of glitter. All right, and so I was trying to figure out what we could do that would be Christmassy and very simple and fun to do. And I found a video it was a real short, quick video by Christie Crafts. And I just really liked what she did. And so I thought, I'm going to make one myself. And that is, she made a Christmas ornament. Now, what I did is I took our stamp set, Bauble Blooms. This actually came out in July, so it was like having Christmas in July. And it has all these different stamps. I'm going to be using all three of these as they all work together on top of each other. Okay, we layer them. It also came with a set of the bundle with some die cuts. And I used this one for the top of the ornament, and I cut that out of gold foil. And then I'm going to use this one, which will cut the ornament itself. Okay, we're going to be using shaded spruce, strawberry slush, and real red for our ornament. I also have an 1/8 inch gold ribbon. We need two basic white 3.5 by 3.5 squares. All right. And you need two of them because you're stamping both the front side and the back side. Now, what I'm going to do is the table in front of me is actually just a tray, and I don't want to press down to stamp on it too hard. And so I'm going to, when I do it, I'm going to turn to my left and I'm going to work over here, and then I'll come back and show it to you. All right, so we're going to start with the shaded spruce and this stamp. I don't know if you can tell what it is, but these are a group of leaves. I want to start with that. So I'm going to get it inked up pretty good. And I'm just going to give that a nice firm stamp. Okay. Now there's two things that I want you to notice as I start stamping these things. First of all, when you stamp it like this, I don't know why there's such a glare over here, maybe because of my lamp. But when you start stamping this, notice how I stamped it pretty much in the middle because once I cut this out, I want there to be plenty of room to put that die cut on to cut it out. The other thing I want you to take note is this little um, dot or the end of that stamp because that's what you're going to use to match up the other stamps. All right, I'm going to start with my strawberry or my real red and use the detailed stamp that has the lines in it. And I'm going to start with that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink that stamp up really good. And I'm going to match the dot down here with the one on my papers. And then we'll see how that works. All right. Okay. So you can see now that we have two pieces that have the detailed flowers in them. All right. Then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to close this up real quick. And I'm going to use my strawberry slush. And I'm going to use the fill-in stamp. You see, these are solid right there, and that just fills in the color and the detail. So I have to kind of stand up for this and line it all up so that everything falls into place. So and, I'm going to get it as close as I can. You don't always get it, but and that's why when I started doing this, I made several different 3 by 3.5 by 3.5 cards so that I could be sure if I really goofed up on something, I could do it again. Okay, there's one here that I didn't get quite as well as I would have wanted to, but it's not bad. And then I have the other one. Okay. Alrighty. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my mini die cutting machine, and it has a specific name, and it's just like totally went over my head. But I'm going to lay this down here and take that ornament die cut, and I'm going to lay it down. Now you will see when you lay yours down that there's plenty of room all the way around it. Trying to, there we go. There's plenty of room all the way around it. So you have to get it laid on your plates just right so you leave all that room. Some people will use tape to tape it into place, and you can certainly do that. I've done that before. I'm going to try not to do that because I forgot to bring my tape up here with me. All right. And I'm just going to run that through the machine. And it turns out like this. See if I can bring it up closer. Okay. And then I'm going to do the second one just like that. Gonna line her up. Try not to move it or bump it. Sometimes that happens. It'll slide in there. It slid on mine, so I'm going to readjust it again. Well, come on. It's being naughty this time. It went so well the first time. All right. Run that through the machine. Okay, and I have my second piece here. All right. Get rid of those scraps. Now what I did with the glitter, and I'm not going to be able to finish this completely in front of you because it takes time with the glitter. But what I did is I took, I'm hoping you can see this. Um, If you look right around the edge, there's a perforation there. There's just some dots all the way around. And if we look at the die cut, you can see where those are, okay? What I did is I took the glitter and made a really fine line all the way around on that perforated line. And I did not go up here because that's where I'm going to put my attachment, but I did um, go everywhere else. And so I just made a really fine line all the way around. You don't want to put a lot on because that will smear it up and you'll just have a big mess. But you can see what I did there. I'm trying to get it in the right position here. Um, I just started to glue all the way around that fine line. And then I let them set. I did that on both pieces and I let them set for about 4 or 5 hours. And then it seemed to be dry enough. And then I took some glue dots and I glued the two pieces together and I glued those gold foiled pieces for the top of the ornament and tied that together. So this is what it turned out to be. All right, both sides. That's what it looks like. Pretty cool, huh? It's very simple to do. You just stamp it and then put the glitter around and, glue it together and you're done. It really is that simple. So that's what I did with door number 11. Now let's take a sneak peek at what door number 12 will be to finish off our 12 days of crafting. Hmm, I can't get it out of there. Come on. There we go. Okay. It looks like we have some embossed paper. So I'm just going to take a peek. They're small, like your memory cards. Yep, I was right. They're embossed. Let's see if I can show it there. You might be able to see that better that way. Okay. And so we can do some watercolor painting on these. Here's another look. I'm having trouble getting these. There we go. So it looks like that. And it looks like there's 3 pages of each of them of the same set. And then along with that, we have some cutouts. And I'm just going to open those up and see what's involved with those. These look like they're just labels. And then we have some leaves. And this looks like a wreath of some sort that can be, excuse me, can be used. And we have some other types of leaves as well. There's that one and this one. And so with all of that in mind, we can make a very special card with that. So I'm going to see what I can dream up. That will be our door number 12, and it will be presented next week, Sunday. And that will be the last Sunday, as the following week is Christmas week. And so I'm going to not be doing any videos the week of Christmas. So we will end our advent calendar just before it. And we'll have a lot of fun with it. Okay. We might be able to do something with, I don't know if I'll be able to do a Christmassy one or if it'll just be just a plain card, but we'll have fun. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. You have a fantastic weekend, what's left of it, and a wonderful week this week. And I will see you on Sunday for the final Advent Calendar Simple Sunday video. Bye now.